Hello friends, today we will look into the first order reaction. First, define first order reaction. A reaction is to give product. This is said to be first order reaction. Now, how it can be defined? The reaction involving only one molecule is said to be first order reaction. Now, expression for rate constant. We are going to derive general reaction is to give product. Let small a gram moles per liter be the initial concentration of this reactant. After time t, let small x gram moles per liter be the amount reacted from the reactant. Therefore, the concentration of reactant after time small t will be, it will be of course T minus x gram moles per liter. Right. Now apply rate law expression. Write rate law expression for this reaction. I write directly dx O dt rate is equal to rate constant capital K into concentration of reactant. Here capital A in square bracket is the reactant concentration after time small t. Now substitute the value of this one. Dx O dt is equal to K A minus x. Call it number 1. Here capital K is the rate constant. Now rearrange this equation. K dt is equal to dx T minus x. Equation 2. Now this equation is to be integrated between proper limits. The question arises is that why do we integrate this equation, or what will happen if we do not integrate this equation between proper limits? If we keep this equation as it is, then it is applicable only instant small t and concentration A minus x. In order to have this wide applicability or over wide range of concentration of temperature and concentration, the equation has to be integrated between proper limits. Now what are the limits? Time 0 to t and concentration 0 to x. These are the limits of integration. Now integrating equation to between proper limits. Integration being constant, keep outside the sign, dt 0 to t is dx A minus x limit 0 to x. Say the cost is as it is. Now in case of dt, it is t. Limit 0 to t. Now integration of this one, it will be minus ln a minus x. Limit 0 to x. Now how it comes? Alright, dx a minus x, its integration ln a minus x into dx of minus x. It will be ln a minus x into dx of this one, it is minus 1. Therefore it is minus ln a minus x plus constant integration. I substitute this value here. Now solve integration proper limits. Say upper limit t minus lower limit 0, it will be of course t is equal to minus ln a minus x minus ln. Now substitute x equal to 0 lower limit, of course it is 0. It will be minus plus ln a minus x ln a minus ln a minus x. Kt is equal to ln a whole a minus x. T goes to that side, is equal to 1 over t ln a over a minus x. Call it equation number 3. Now the basis in this case is t. We will have to convert log to the base into log base 10. How it can be converted? Multiply here by 2.303. T is equal to 2.303 t log of u c9. Number 4. This equation is the expression for rate constant for first order reaction, or it may also be called as integrated rate law for the first order reaction. Very simple case. Next one. Now exponential form of first order reaction. That means this equation is to be arranged in the form of e raised to something. For that purpose, equation number 3 should be taken into account. I it once more. T is equal to 1 over t ln a over a minus x. Very simple. We arrange it. Kt is equal to ln a over a minus x. Now a numerator and denominators are exchanged. The negative sign has to be raised. Minus ln a minus x a kt. Now taking exponential both the sides. Before it, the negative sign has to be shifted here. It is minus k of t is equal to ln a minus x e. Now take the exponential of both sides. It is e raised to minus kt It will be of course A minus X. Now substitute the values. What is A minus X? It will be concentration after time t and small a C0, that is initial concentration. What is it? Small a initial concentration and A minus X concentration after time t. Both the values are substituted here. C minus X, it is Ct, and instead of small a, replace C0. What do we get? E raised to minus Ct is equal to Ct upon C0. C0 is shifted here. What do we get? C of t is equal to C raised to 0 into E raised to minus Ct. Equation 5 is called exponential form of first order reaction, or it may also be called as Hill-Helmholtz equation. Hill-Helmholtz equation. This is the simple derivation of first order reaction rate constant, or it may also be called as integrated rate law for first order reaction. Now, unit of rate constant. Consider this equation. K is equal to 2.303 T log of K over K by X. In this equation, K rate constant, T stands for time, small a initial concentration, and A minus X is the concentration after time small t. Now I write only the meaning of each term. 2.303 T stands for time, log of concentration. Is concentration 2.303. We can write because concentration and this concentration ratio dimensionless, 2.5 is constant, and from that equation we can write this. Therefore, rate constant capital K is having unit time raised to minus 1. If time is expressed in second, unit of rate constant will be, of course, time second inverse. Similarly, minute inverse, hour inverse, day inverse, or year inverse. This is the method of writing unit. Second inverse, minute inverse, hour inverse, day inverse, or year inverse, depending upon the time in which unit we express. Now, examples of first order reaction. First, all radioactive reactions are falling under this category. Uranium, mass number 235, atomic number 92. If one alpha ray is given out, then we will have 231 is the mass number, 90 is the atomic number, and atomic number 90 belongs to thorium plus helium nucleus is given out. Second example, decomposition of ethyl bromide. Decomposition of ethyl bromide C2H5 Br if it is heated, we get C2H4 plus HBr. Then dissociation of NH4 NO2. Dissociation of NH4 NO2. NH4 NO2. If it is dissociated, then we get N2 plus twice H2. These are some of the examples of first order reaction. There are many reactions which belongs to first order reaction. I have written prominent reactions. Then characteristics of first order reaction. Very crucial point as far as first order reactions are concerned. Its characteristics are very crucial one. Characteristics. First one, if given reaction is first order, then it must obey diffusion of first order, that is K is equal to 2.303 T log of A over A minus. If given reaction is first order, then it must obey this equation. That is, first take the value of A minus X and time interval, various time intervals, we get different values of rate constant capital P. If these values are come to be constant, then we can prove that given reaction belongs to first order reaction. Second, an important characteristic, time required to bring about a definite fraction of change is independent of initial concentration. What I have written? Time required to bring about a definite fraction of reaction is independent of initial concentration. Now we have to prove this statement. Suppose that we will consider definite fraction of change. It is 1/2. That is 50% change is to be carried out. That is half. And time required to bring about 50% of change or 1/2 initial concentration is said to be half-life period. That means we are going to derive the equation for half-life period. How it can be derived? Here T is equal to T 1/2 half-life period or T50%. If small a is the initial concentration, then X will be, of course, A by 2, because we are considering half change. It is A by 2. And A minus X is equal to A, X value of X, it is A by 2, A by 2. Now substitute all these values in the equation of first order. Therefore, K is equal to 2.303 T log of A over A minus X. Now substitute all these values in this equation. T is shifted here, T 1/2, because we are replacing all these terms. 2.303 K log of A as it is, the value of A by 6. It is A by 6. Simplify it. 2.303 K log of T1 of 2.303 K log 2 means 0.3010. The second form log table. After simplifying, we get T1 of is equal to 0.6909 over. This is the equation for applied period in case of first order reaction. You see that this equation does not term the contain small a, that is initial concentration, and therefore we conclude that if we are bringing about 50% change, then it is independent of initial concentration, because this equation doesn't contain the term small a, that is initial concentration. We may consider different factor change 1/3, 1/4, 2/3. If we solve all these equations, then only this term, this constant term, changing, remaining as it is, and therefore we conclude that time required to bring about a different factor change is independent of initial concentration. This is about this one. Third characteristic, graphical representation. We are going to show this equation is of first order reaction. Graphical representation. Graphical representation. There are two cases. K is equal to 2.303 T log of A over A minus. If we separate it, then log T is equal to log of A over A minus. And we separate this K upon 2.303 T log of A over A minus. Now, the equation is to be represented in the form of graph. Alright, y is equal to mx. Now, this term is taken along the axis and time along x-axis. M, that means this value will be the slope of line. This equation is straight-line equation, y is equal to mx. It doesn't contain the term c. It means that the line doesn't intersect to the y-axis. Now, graph. Along this axis, this time small t, and y-axis, it is log of A over A minus. Slope m is equal to k upon 2.303. Knowing the slope of line, we can calculate rate constant 2.303 into slope m. This is the graphical representation of first order reaction. It is one form. This equation can also be represented by another way. Case number second. consider same equation and only rearrange it. If numerator and denominators are exchanged, then it is minus log of a upon a minus x upon x, because these are interchanged. If the sign is shifted here, then it will be minus k upon this is equal to log of a minus x over a. Now we are simplifying left hand side as it is. Log of a minus x minus log of this term is shifted to that side, minus it goes here from plus. Therefore, we can write an expression log of a minus x is equal to this equation is similar to equation straight line y is equal to mx plus c. Here, slope of line will be this one and y-intercept will be this one. This means that the line is having negative slope with an intercept of log of it. Now it can be shown graphically. X-axis we have time small t and y-axis it is log of t minus x. The negative slope nature will be like slope n is equal to minus k upon 2.303. Knowing the slope of line, we can calculate rate constant is equal to 2.303 into slope. We are going to put the value of slope minus plus. Therefore, k is having unit rate constant something 2.302 10 raised to minus 3 minus 4 pi inverse like this. This is the graphical presentation of first order equation. Last characteristic, that is amount left at the end of EL half life fixed characteristics quantity left at the end of EL half life Now we are going to derive the equation for quantity left at the end of n half life. N is 1, 2, 3, 4 that is. Let we have initial quantity Q0. That means Q0 is initial quantity present we have. At the end of first half life period, what will happen? We will have one half this one. What am I saying? Let initial quantity be present, it is Q0. At the end of first half life period, quantity left will be one half this one. So it is Q1. Therefore, Q1 is equal to one half this one. One half into Q0. Right? Arrange this in this manner. Right? What I say? That means at the end of first half life period, quantity left will be 1 half raised to 1 into K0. Now go towards second half life period. At the end of second half life period, amount left will be, say, small q2. How much amount will be left? 1 half of this quantity. Therefore, 1 half into q0. Isn't it? q0, 1 half into 1 half square into q0. Similarly, if we go first half life period, then we can write q3 is equal to 1 half raised to 3 into q0. Similarly, at the end of nth half life, quantity left, say 2n. It will be, of course, both the figures are identical. First half life 1 1, second 2 2, 3 3 3. Therefore, at the end of nth half life, it will be 1 half raised to n into q0. This is an expression for quantity left at the end of nth half life. Okay, these are the 4 or 5 characteristics, special characteristics of first order reaction. Thank you.